Hello pets, welcome back. We are continuing with Genesis Alpha 1. Last time we took you to around a little ship. Here you looked around the ship, we did a little upgrading, and we beamed some supplies on board. Today we're going to actually go down to a planet. A couple things to know about planets is when you select it, it will tell you what you can and can't do on a planet. So it's one site. If there's a site, you have to go. There's no question. You have to go. Job assigned. That's what I can do. But if there's anything else, like this fern or these ironwork, this iron that needs to be refined, and so on, they'll pick that up on their own. Oh, I guess I'll click the launch button. Nope, I don't care about
Launch sequence activated.
Once you hit the launch button, they will come out around. If you need help, use this. It uses one biomass.
7, 6, 5.
The rack is the same wherever you go.
2, 1.
So if you've got a rack somewhere, it's always going to have the same supplies. That's good because it means you have to manage supplies. But it can be bad too. Because this game's frantic enough, honestly. So we're going to find that resource first while they're doing mining. Okay, there's my red. They're already shooting stuff? Jeez, we already have stuff trying to give me the biomass. Alright, so this is the safety bubble.
Accessing archives.
Here we go.
20%.
Come on.
40%.
That's shotgun rounds.
60%.
That's rifle rounds. It's because I'm not using it. Come on.
All phases complete.
Come on, boys. Give me that. And pick up the loot. Pick up the loot. What you got for me? Resource locations. Jacket. Nice. Now, going forward, I will have access to that. No big deal. That's useful.
A crew member has been killed.
Apparently. That's rare. Oh my goodness. We don't really lose people this early. They are really aggressive on this planet. It's fine. We can deal with that. And as you notice in the upper right hand corner, it says that we need to have 10 samples in order to do the research. Alright, so we need, what, one more? Yeah, one more. Let's grab that last sample and get out of here. Yeah, because you have to make several trips in order to get everything. Harvester's full. Cool. So, biomass. No. Yes. Good. Return to mothership.
10, 9,
Launch.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
This is always an intense thing, especially early on.
0.
Hopefully we got enough biomass that can buy new clones. That would be nice. So now, deposit space required. hold on. We didn't build the deposit. That was a mistake. Oopsie. That's a problem. Do we have frameworks? Okay. Let's get these frameworks up. And then we'll try and find the last.
Beaming complete.
Find some framework.
Resource acquired.
Come on. Let's get these frameworks on board. I forgot the deposit.
Resource beaming.
See, the storage is for refined resources. The
Resources
deposit is
selected.
for unrefined resources. And I forgot to add a deposit. Silly me.
Resource beaming complete.
I think that's the last of the frameworks.
Resource acquired.
Yeah. Do that. Alright, so now in order to do this, we're going to need two more frameworks. Two more frameworks. That's cable. 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 No. Take construction uses. You know what? Let's take this out for the moment. So that we can build the refinery. And actually, I want a connector in between. And then the deposit.
Welcome to the deposit
never mind.
module. Raw materials from the hangar will be
Move
moved
it.
here by carrier robot. The lift module grants fast access to higher or lower decks of the
Come on.
ship.
Okay, I just had one. Fine. Sometimes it gets a little weird. Reactor.
Reactors provide the ship's power.
Unfortunately.
Build more reactors if the energy level is low.
It's getting a little weird. Now we have energy, but we're short frameworks. Let's see now. How's our resources actually look? We have plenty of space, so if we do this, we can build the deposit right here. Actually, I want to put a connector in between and then put the deposit in. So now we're good. So we actually have pests. Yay. Oh, he killed it. Good. Now see the hangar. There comes the bots. There comes the first bot. There comes the second bot. And they'll get that out of the way. Now, normally you'd have the guy in the refinery will take care of most of your needs in here. I believe we have one dude. Yeah, we do. We have one guy here in the refinery. And he'll be able to get some more resources for us. So once the bot's clear here, get all this clear, we'll be good to go. The big trick is the biomass. I think I have enough to build a clone. I do. Human.
Cloning
Clone.
initiated.
We need the clones. Come on.
Resources collected.
Let's get the clone made. Says we need to replace a couple of people. Well, we need to replace one person, and we need to have a few more spares. Because until they start getting some experience, they're gonna die a lot. Really? We already have
Cloning
destroyed
initiated.
energy nodes? Are you kidding me? I'll get it in a minute. I need to get my clones made. Because then we need to get one in
Cloning done.
the refinery, and we get one over into the factory, and then one and two into there. Not quite enough,
Cloning initiated.
but this will get us what we need. Because I can put two into the factory,
Resource acquired.
and we can put two more on. So it said we had a power node.
New clone
Ish.
arrived.
Enemy spotted.
So more than likely it's down here somewhere.
Request immediate support. Hostile. Enemy spotted.
Let's get you some backup,
Job assigned.
because that's useful. Now, power nodes. Try and find out what went wrong down here. Probably had a bug get out. Oh, nothing in the tractor, nothing in that area. Alright, so let's check down here. When you get enough
New materials have been refined.
those shields, you can protect better, but however,
Resources collected.
they'll get it. And the refinery always looks weird. It always looks infested. It's not, it's just... Where's the power node that's out?
This is the refinery.
That's
Raw materials will be enhanced here. This process takes time.
let's ship
To
you.
increase refining speed, assign engineers to work in the refinery.
Okay. Still trying. There it is. Infestation. There we go. Clear out that infestation. Usually if there's a red spot, it's a sign that you're infested somewhere. The shotgun works really good at clearing out the surface infestations.
New materials have been refined.
You will find when you get a bigger ship, you play more janitor than captain. The fuel rods are for jump fuel, and so on. And really, when you get to the more hostile planets, you want to be dropping turrets when you land. Like, come out here and you drop like 2 turrets out here. Because it's the only sane thing to be. And unless there's something interesting on a planet, I don't stay long. So, I'll grab my resources. For the incoming aliens. Don't know what it is. Probably isn't very interesting. We're in a relatively easy area, so
Enemy spotted.
what do we got? worms. Now later on, when you get a little more advanced setup, crawls. Okay. So if you wanted to get a crawl, you typically want to stay on a planet until you have everything from it. So in this case, we can get crawl. So you would typically want to stay on this planet until you get your tank crawl. It's really not hard. You just hang out long enough and the creatures will just spawn. Now there is, they'll spawn more profusely than others. But yeah, once you get a little farther along in the game, you can actually capture creatures and study them to get more information on them. And you're good to go. So we're done, but we don't have our crawl DNA. I'd really like our crawl DNA. That would be nice. But since this planet is really weak out of the population, we're gonna get out of here.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7,
So we're not gonna worry about it.
5, 4, 3,
If they were coming in more consistent waves, I would stay.
0.
Crow is a relatively common species, so there's no point in hanging around for it. You only have 2 drones right now. Kinda sucks. Because they're really slow. There's only 2 of them. But once you get a few more going on, it'll be better. So as you can tell right now, we didn't get any monsters. Infestation from the landing. So the next thing you want to do is clean the shop. They do not clear infestations for
New
you
materials
at
have
all.
been refined.
They'll kill the bugs, but they won't kill these infestations. So that's a huge issue you have to learn to deal with. Where is it? There it is. Jeez. Can't always use the shotgun because it doesn't clear the bug splats very often. But, you know. Now, as you level up, you can get more and more advanced stuff, like security cameras and people who are competent in clearing out infestations. You can also have automated guns and droids. All kinds of jazz. See, because you can come here, and you can't have people work in here because there's nothing to do. But, you know, it's a thing. So we have some O2. We can get one more person on board. That's fine. We have 2 batteries, some fuels, whatnot. The big thing that we need, though, is we need to put that. Okay, so everything's in storage now. So now the refinery will take over. Things get refined, and we can go. And we have janitorial duties. Because they don't clean the ship. They're too stupid.
New materials have been refined.
The advantage of having everything kind of trapped down here is it keeps it easier to maintain. The problem is they can get through sometimes. See? So this is your day job. When you're not down with the crew, you spend literally your whole life doing this. Because you can't keep the corruption out. So you're a janitor.
Harvester destination
Launch
set.
sequence activated.
So I'm just going to go ahead and let them deal with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to change sectors.
Warning.
Jump here.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
And I want to get to this one right here. I'm not really concerned about what's in this system.
Warning.
I want to go to this system.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
And the reason is we haven't shown you what that is yet. So when you land in any system, you always want to sit here and do the scanning. Because you want to know what's around you. This is normal. So no big deal there. Do the thing. So you do your scanning. Right. But that icon says I have a shop. And this is the new shop interface. I love it. So you can trade any resources you have that are refined. I don't like unrefined resources. And you can buy whatever they have. So I could buy the mantis for 30. Not bad. I can get some nitro, some gunpowder, and some frameworks. That's not too bad. Now they might have other stuff in there too. So sometimes they'll have like modules that you can buy. Or they'll have technologies like guns or suit upgrades or whatever that you can equip. And that is huge when you can start getting like suit upgrades. It's really important when you start getting stuff like that because then you're able to live longer, you're able to be more efficient. Resources, maybe I can... Where is that? Under defense?
This
What's
is a
that doing?
workshop module. Here, we research and construct weapons and defenses. You can also configure
let's
the
see.
weapon racks with your favorite selection of weapons.
Yeah,
Assign engineers to the workshop
guess.
in order to speed up research processes.
I guess we can just put it here instead of the cloning lab for the time being. This is not an optimal design by any means. This is just a nice little... let's just throw something together.
New
real quick.
materials have been refined.
That's really all it's for. It was just let's build something real quick. I didn't think through the design real well. However, this is the last thing we can do is crafting weapons and gear. So if we come here, I can craft a flamethrower. Add that to rack, please. That's how I craft it. But we can come down and say energy barrier. So I need 3 batteries to create energy barriers. You'll need a lot of these. And 3 gunpowder to make guns. Don't have any of those. But the robots. Now the robots, you want to check your robots. These guys are okay. I kind of like these, put 1 or 2 of those out there when you have enough space. But the P1 and P1 are the same, it looks like. Looks like it's not any different.
New materials have been refined.
It's just the pink versus the black edition. So that was a waste. I could both those. But that's okay. And they're working on frameworks. So once I have a framework, I can build another robot. And we can construct our new pink robot. And there she is. So this is the trick. I can have 8 active robots. That's not a big deal. But you can get more. You can add like robot workstations and whatnot. Sometimes when you add a room, it'll add workstations. It's like when you add the hangar, it adds like 2. You add this room, it adds like 1 or 2. So it adds based on the number of stations you have. That's a good thing. You want that. Crew's the same way. Add crew cabinets, you can have more crew. We're down to 8 crew, which is bad. I have enough biomass I can fill out though. I can only take
New
1
materials
more
have been refined.
in the atmosphere. So unless this planet happens to have an oxygen plant, we can't expand our atmosphere. So we have nothing in this region of space. I love you. Well, in that particular merchant didn't have anything of value anyway. So on the map here, there's a ship. These are shipwrecks. That's rusty. Shipwrecks. Sunstorms. So we don't want to go here because we don't have shields. If we had shields, we could go here. Let's go to that shipwreck.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
And there's our jump. Now. Alright, so shipwreck it is. I believe that's on this one. Nope. Factory.
New materials have been refined.
Nope. How do I access the shipwreck again? I don't remember. Right. Shipwreck. How do I get to the shipwreck again? Maybe it's something that I don't have access to yet. Ship assault. Alright, so let's do this. Let's take out the workstation. And I don't have the frameworks. The deposit's red. Why is the deposit red? The deposit's got issues. Oh my goodness. Bad infestation. Bad infestation. Oh my goodness, the air's even bad.
Operational.
Wow, that's a bad infestation. Jeez, that's a nasty one. That's what happens when you're not paying attention.
New clone research unlocked.
Yeah. Wow, nasty.
New materials have been refined.
Alright,
Power
get in here.
established.
Power back online.
Life systems operational.
Jesus.
systems operational. Life systems operational.
My gosh. This is gonna be a mess. Alright, come on, boys. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. I think that's all one. He's in the front anyway.
New materials have been refined.
There we go. Come on. Alright, I think that's everything. Okay. There's still critters running around. Wonderful. Jeez. Some of those roaming battle bots could be useful. Okay, I think that room's clear now. I think we're okay. Welcome to what you do every day in this game. You are more janitor than anything else. It's not pretty. Okay, so back to what we were doing. We were trying to build the ship assault unit, because that's the last thing. But give me a few minutes. We'll come back and do a third episode for that. Actually, I'm going to take this episode. I'm going to go ahead and run it off, and what we'll do is we'll split it in half.